Hello everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a while, let's not focus on that. I wanted to start with something a little light, trying to make some videos again and all that. So we got a really obnoxious guy in a Vietnamese hotel, clearly the lobby, and I only watched the first 30 seconds of this because I like to give it I like to make these off of my actual reaction, not have some time to think it over, unless it's something that actually requires me to think it over. This is just a dude being an asshole, so I think it'd be funny if we just kind of watch that a little bit and see how it goes.
Really? When I do my booking, excuse me, I'm talking, don't be rude.
Okay.
When I post my complaints or my feedback, I've been traveling for 4.5 years. I've been to Vietnam many, many times. I've never been in a hotel this bad.
Okay, first and foremost, he wants to talk about being rude. This is like the most obvious form from anyone on the outside of, no matter what your perspective is, whether you're a constant traveler and been here a whole bunch of time, which doesn't matter, doesn't give you a right to act like this. You're currently acting like one of the biggest jackasses most people could probably think to see in public to people just doing their job. They're literally desk people, like lobby people, and obviously the manager. I don't know. I don't want to call him a busboy because he doesn't look like a busboy. I don't stay in hotels, so I don't know the guy. Concierge? Would that be the name for the guy that we're looking at here in the black suit? Either way, it doesn't matter. He's acting super rude. Doesn't matter if he's been here for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. Anyone would look at this and be like, dude, you're just being an ass. You are the one being rude right now. There's no reason for you to be blowing up just because of your reviews not being recognized or not taken fully serious, because to be fair, you are not their only customer this year, this month, this week, at all. So why do you specifically matter unless you're bankrolling them, which I highly doubt. And on top of that, what could you possibly have been put in a review that you placed that was so egregious that would cause you to be this angry and obstinate that you have to go to the front desk and raise a huff about this? It just doesn't make sense. Maybe it'll come up later. Maybe it'll come up a little bit later. Let's find out.
This is not acceptable.
But the reception.
You're not listening. This is not acceptable. It's very frustrating.
Okay, so what, he didn't clarify what was unacceptable. All right, sure.
Sometimes I forget I'm not in my country. When I do things a lot different, just like he said in Australia.
Oh, he's gonna be like that.
Yeah, buddy. In Australia, they just knock you out if you talk to someone like that.
And believe me, I'm not normally like that. I'm a very low-key person.
Okay.
But when you get to a level where you've had enough and you're ready to crack.
I've never been to Australia. I don't know. To my understanding, yeah, it's basically either you're gonna run into guys that will mind their own business and just look at you just like, all right, you don't have to do business here, or they will just manhandle you. Because, I mean, their patience level doesn't have to be as high as other places. I don't know why, but that's just a cultural thing for them. It's kind of like the same thing over here in the US. You can play around in a Waffle House, but the moment that you turn on the employees, hell, the moment you make too much of a ruckus, you're gonna find out why you don't play around in Waffle House. It's the same reason why you don't pull into a person's driveway in this country. You never know who's gonna whip out something on you and beat your ass or just kill you. So, or sorry, for YouTube's sake, unalive you. It's just ridiculous because this guy's over here. He's only acting this confident because he's obviously in a hotel with some rapport, so obviously they can't just lash out at him. But God only knows what would happen if he did this to some random hotel or motel, whatever their equivalent might be considered over there, where they don't have to care as much. Or if he did this to any of the locals on the street, or just a shop vendor where the people on the street had his back, or had their back, I should say. You don't know. You don't play with people like this.
You know, you go into a restaurant and you pitch your hamburger, and this is what you want, and they give you something totally different, and you repeat the order 3 times, and they give you something totally different. The other day, Amazon coffee, I said, no milk. Upset my stomach. 3 times, no milk. Guess what? They put milk and I'm throwing it up on the street.
Buddy, yeah, you've had a rough trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just getting started. No, I mean,
Okay, so part of what I've understood from that bit was he said at least one of the things that he's complaining about is in his coffee and or tea, doesn't matter which, he was saying, I don't want milk in it. It will upset my stomach. And he only said no milk, no milk, no milk. He repeated it 3 times apparently, and they still put milk in it. I'm a firm believer. By the way, I'm lactose intolerant, so I 100% understand that complication of, you know what, I can't really be messing around with any of these dairy products that aren't specialized to work around lactose intolerant people, because there's a few of them out there, but they're not really. That's not the point. I understand what this guy's going through in the terms of like, can you please not add any milk or any dairy products to what I'm consuming? I get that. I get how it'll mess up his stomach. But if you have been consistently going to Vietnam or any other country like Vietnam, Thailand, China, Malaysia, because it sounds like he's visiting the East Asias right now, you would imagine you would have picked up some of the language or learned how to communicate in a way that makes it thoroughly clear to the people you're working with and asking you to help you and give you the food and drinks that you are requesting from the restaurant, what you do not want. You make it as convenient as possible for them to understand you, so that way your issue can be as easily avoided as possible, and all it requires is for you to learn a sentence, usually. You know, because I'm assuming most other people would assume, this is an American, he's not going to speak my language. Oh, he spoke a sentence. The best follow-up sentence was, that's about as much as I know. You know, like, I don't know how else to say it, but you need to clarify. I don't necessarily fully speak it, but I know what I need to say in order to get across what I really need you to get. This is on him. This is 100% his failing to understand how you should be a decent tourist. I mean, clearly yelling at the people helping you and running the hotel you're at isn't a good way of being a tourist, but still, doesn't matter. This is another thing added onto the list of his bullshit.
I could go on and on and on, but it just...
Please don't, no.
Yeah, I don't want to burn anybody or upset anybody.
Yeah, and that's basically the end of the clip. It's remarkable to me how some people just don't understand what it means to be a good tourist. It's not even something complicated. It's super simple. But yet they just want to raise a huff and all sorts of a storm because their fifis got hurt or something was just slightly inconvenient for them. And I understand the whole concept of it was mounting things one after another leading up to an explosion. But if you are on vacation, and even if it's the smallest inconveniences here or there, that's life, dude. That's life. Like, I don't know what you want anybody to say, but that's what it is. There's going to be little inconveniences everywhere, and you're going to have to deal with each one of them. Sometimes they're not going to be little, and you're still going to have to deal with it whether you want to or not with a pretty straight face, because to be fair, this is part of the deal. You're alive. You got to deal with the shit that hits you every once in a while, because it can't always be clean. Anyway, let me know what you thought. If you liked the video, like and share. I won't ask anybody to subscribe until I start making more of these, but you get the idea. I'm going to try being back more. Hope I get it done right. Anyway, have a good day. Nice talking to you again. See ya.